If you ever find yourself craving something sweet but don't have time or energy to bake, then you need to try these super easy microwave mug cakes. With just a few simple ingredients, you can have a warm, tasty, fresh and fluffy mini cake that's ready in less than 5 minutes. It's perfect for those who don't have an oven at home or just don't have the time or want to bother with full-on baking. They're easily customizable with your favorite ingredients, so you can make these as healthy or as indulgent as you like. And you can enjoy them as dessert, as a snack, or even as breakfast. Today, I'll show you 5 of my favorite recipes that you can try at home yourself. And if you're skeptical about how good these can be if they're made in the microwave, just give it a try. I think you'll be surprised at how good they taste. When it comes to equipment, all you need is a microwave and a coffee mug. Keep in mind that the ingredients will expand when cooked, so I recommend using at least a 9 or 10 ounce mug for these recipes. Now our first recipe is this moist and flavorful banana bread mug cake. First, let's take half of a ripened banana and mash it onto a plate. The more spotted and brown the banana is, the sweeter it'll taste. Let's then grab our mug and combine a 1/4 cup of all-purpose flour, half a teaspoon of baking powder, 1/8 of a teaspoon of ground cinnamon, and a pinch of salt. Give these dry ingredients a quick mix. Then, let's add 1 tablespoon of unsweetened almond milk or your milk of choice, 1 tablespoon of vegetable or coconut oil, 2 teaspoons of maple syrup or honey, half a teaspoon of vanilla extract, along with our mashed banana from earlier. Give all of the wet and dry ingredients a good stir until it turns into a smooth batter with a consistency like this. I'm then going to top it off with some crushed walnuts for a bit of crunch, and some mini chocolate chips for some gooey sweetness when melted. Let's pop it in the microwave for about 80 seconds. When it's done, let's pierce it with a toothpick to check for doneness. If it comes out clean, it's ready to eat. Otherwise, cook it for another 15 seconds. All microwaves are different, so you'll have to see what cooking time works best for you. You can now see just how much the cake has risen and puffed up in the microwave. I'm going to top this off with a few banana slices. When we dig in, we can see just how soft, moist, and fluffy the texture is, even though it was cooked in the microwave. This one has the rich taste and aroma of delicious banana bread, and we made this in just a few minutes with no baking involved. Our next recipe is the simple and delicious vanilla strawberry mug cake. First, I'm going to slice up 1 large strawberry so that I end up with roughly 2 tablespoons of chopped pieces. Then into a mug, let's add a 1/4 cup of flour, half a teaspoon of baking powder, and a pinch of salt. Give these dry ingredients a good mix. Then let's add a 1/4 cup of unsweetened almond milk or your milk of choice, 1 tablespoon of vegetable or coconut oil, 1½ tablespoons of maple syrup or honey, and half a teaspoon of vanilla extract. Mix the ingredients together until it turns into a smooth batter. I'm then going to mix in our 2 tablespoons of chopped strawberries, and then add a few more pieces right on top. You can also use raspberries, blueberries, or whatever you like. Throw it into the microwave for 80 seconds or until cooked. When it's done, you'll see that it has risen and puffed up into a cake. Let's grab a spoon and dig in. Each bite is so light, soft, and moist with a perfectly fluffy texture. You can make the vanilla cake just on its own if you like, but I like mixing in some fresh berries for a bit of tartness and flavor. Next up, this lemon pie mug cake is a perfect dessert for the summer. First, we're going to grab a lemon and squeeze 1 tablespoon of lemon juice and grate 2 teaspoons of lemon zest. Then, let's grab our mug and combine a 1/4 cup of flour with half a teaspoon of baking powder. Give it a quick stir. Then, add 3 tablespoons of unsweetened almond milk, 1 tablespoon of vegetable or coconut oil, 1½ tablespoons of maple syrup or honey, our 1 tablespoon of lemon juice, 2 teaspoons of lemon zest, and half a teaspoon of vanilla extract. Give these ingredients a good mix until it turns into a smooth batter. Then throw it into the microwave for 80 seconds. While it's heating up, let's prepare our lemon glaze topping by combining 2 tablespoons of powdered sugar with half a teaspoon of lemon juice in a small bowl. Give it a quick stir until it turns into the smooth, runny consistency. When our mug cake is done cooking, take it out and drizzle this lemon glaze right on top. Finish it off by sprinkling any remaining lemon zest if you like. And that's it! In just a few minutes, you've got this delicious and citrusy mug cake that's bursting with bright and zesty lemon flavor. With a soft and springy texture, this is perfect as an easy summertime dessert. Our next recipe is this rich and decadent chocolate brownie mug cake. Into a mug, let's combine 3 tablespoons of flour, 2 tablespoons of cocoa powder, a 1/4 teaspoon of baking powder, and a pinch of salt. Let's give our dry ingredients a good mix. Then add 3 tablespoons of unsweetened almond milk or your milk of choice, 1½ tablespoons of vegetable or coconut oil, 1½ tablespoons of maple syrup or honey, and a 1/4 teaspoon of vanilla extract. Mix the wet and dry ingredients together until it turns into a smooth batter like this. I'm then going to add in a few pieces of dark chocolate right into the middle, which will give this a liquidy and gooey center when melted. Microwave for 80 seconds or until cooked. When we take it out, we can see that the chocolate pieces have melted into a delicious gooey center. I'm going to finish this off with some powdered sugar on top, but this is totally optional. When we dig in for a bite, we can see that this cake texture has turned out so dense, moist, and soft, just like a brownie. When we get closer to the center, we'll get some of that melted chocolate that beautifully complements the texture of the cake. This one is super decadent and so tasty. Our last recipe is this delicious mug cake that tastes just like a cinnamon roll or coffee cake. For this, we're going to grab a small bowl and combine a 1/4 cup of flour, half a teaspoon of baking powder, and a pinch of salt. Give it a quick stir. Then add 2 tablespoons of unsweetened almond milk, 2 teaspoons of melted unsalted butter, 1.5 tablespoons of maple syrup or honey, and half a teaspoon of vanilla extract. Mix it all together until it turns into a batter and then set it aside. Next, in another small bowl, we're going to mix together 2 teaspoons of brown sugar, a 1/4 teaspoon of ground cinnamon, and half a tablespoon of melted unsalted butter. This is going to be our cinnamon swirl mix-in. Give it a stir until it's well combined and then set it aside. Then, in a third bowl, let's combine 1 teaspoon of brown sugar with half a teaspoon of ground cinnamon. Give it a quick mix. We've now got all 3 parts of our mixture ready to go. Let's then grab our mug and pour in just half of our batter mixture because we're going to do this in layers. To this, add half of our cinnamon swirl mixture and distribute it throughout the batter using a toothpick or fork. Then add in the remaining other half of the batter, followed by the remaining cinnamon swirl, again mixing it into the batter with a toothpick or fork. To finish it off, let's sprinkle some of our brown sugar mixture right on top, which will create a crumbly and crunchy top layer shell. Throw it into the microwave for 80 seconds or until cooked. When it's ready, let's take it out and dig in. You can see how the cinnamon brown sugar is mixed in throughout the cake thanks to the way we layered it in, so you get a bit of tasty cinnamon swirl in every bite, along with a slightly crusted outer top layer. In literally 5 minutes, you've got a delicious homemade cinnamon roll or coffee cake with no baking involved. I hope this video showed you just how easy it is to make simple, tasty cakes at home in just a few minutes. Whether you're a college student living in a dorm room or just super busy with only a few minutes to spare, these microwave mug cakes are so convenient to make and most importantly, super tasty. Give these a try, I'd love to hear what you think. Until next time, thanks for watching. If you'd like to watch more, click here for another video. And if you enjoy my content, I'd really appreciate if you leave a like, comment, and subscribe to my channel. Thanks for watching.